Act 6 of the prophet Isaias.
I brought up children from their first infancy, which now despiseth my godly instructions. An ox knoweth his lord, an ass his master's duty, but Israel will not know me nor my conditions. O froward people, given all to superstitions, unnatural children, expert in blasphemies, provoketh me to hate by their idolatries. Take heed to my words, ye tyrants of Sodoma. In vain ye offer your sacrifice to me. Discontent I am with you, beasts of Gomorrah, and have no pleasure when I your offerings see. I abhor your fasts and your solemnity. For your traditions my ways ye set apart. Your works are in vain. I hate them from the heart.
Thy city, sweet Lord, is now become unfaithful, and her conditions are turned up so down. Her life is unchaste, her acts be very hurtful. Her murder and theft hath darkened her renown. Covetous rewards doth so their conscience drown, that the fatherless they will not help to right. The poor widow's cause come not before their sight. Thy peaceable paths seek they neither day nor night, but walk wicked ways after their fantasy. Convert their hearts, Lord, and give them thy true light, that they may perceive their customable folly. Leave them not helpless in so deep misery, but call them from it of thy most special grace, by thy true prophets to their soul's health and solace.
First they had fathers, then they had patriarchs, then dukes, then judges to their guides and monarchs. Now have they stout kings, yet are they wicked still, and will in no wise my pleasant laws fulfill. Always they apply to idols, worshipping from the vile beggar to the anointed king.
For that cause thou hast in two divided them, in Samaria the one, the other in Jerusalem. The king of Judah in Jerusalem did dwell, and in Samaria the king of Israel. 10 of the 12 tribes became Samaritans, and the other 2 were Harassilimitans. In both these countries, according to their doings, thou permittedst them to have most cruel kings. The first of Judah was wicked King Rehoboam, and of Israel the first was that cruel Jeroboam. Abiah then followed, and then the other Nadab, then Baasa, then Helah, then Zambri, Joram, Achab, then Achosius, then Athaliah, then Joas. On the other part was Jonathan and Achaz. To rehearse all them that have done wretchedly in the sight of thee, it were long verily.
For the wicked sin of filthy idolatry, which the 10 tribes did in the land of Samaria, in space of 1 day, 50,000 men I slew. 3 of their cities also I overthrew, and left the people in such captivity, that in all the world they wist not whither to flee. The other 2 tribes, when they from me went back to idolatry, I left in the hand of Sesac, the king of Egypt, which took away their treasure, conveyed their cattle, and slew them without measure. In time of Achaz, 120,000 were slain at one time for their idolatry. 200,000 from thence were captive led, their goods dispersed, and they with penury fed. Seldom they fail it, but either the Egyptians have them in bondage, or else the Assyrians, and alone they may thank their idolatry.
Well, yet, blessed Lord, relieve them with thy mercy. Though they have been ill by other princes' days, yet good Ezekias hath taught them godly ways. When the prince is good, the people are the better, and as he is naught, their vices are the greater. Heavenly Lord, therefore send them the consolation, which thou hast covenanted with every generation. Open thou the heavens, and let the Lamb come hither, which will deliver thy people altogether. Ye planets and clouds, cast down your dews and rain, that the earth may bear our healthful Saviour plain.
May the wife forget the child of her own body?
Nay, that she cannot in any wise verily.
No more can I them which will do my commandments, but must preserve them from all inconvenience.
Blessed art thou, Lord, in all thy acts and judgments.
Well, Esaias, for this thy fidelity, a covenant of health thou shalt have also of me. For Sion's sake now I will not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem to speak will I not cease, till that righteous law become as a sunbeam bright, and their just Saviour as a lamp extend his light. A rod shall shoot forth from the old stock of Jesse, and a bright blossom from that root will arise, upon whom always the Spirit of the Lord shall be, the Spirit of wisdom, the Spirit of heavenly practice, and the Spirit that will all godliness devise. Take this for a sign: a maid of Israel shall conceive and bear that Lord Emmanuel.
Thy praises condign no mortal tongue can tell, most worthy Maker and King of heavenly glory. For all capacities thy goodness doth excel, thy plenteous graces no brain can compass truly, no wit can conceive the greatness of thy mercy, declared of late in David thy true servant, and now confirmed in this thy later covenant. Of goodness thou made Solomon of wit more pregnant, Asa and Josaphat with good King Ezekias. In thy sight to do this was to thee right pleasant. To quench idolatry thou raised up Elias, Jehu, Helicius, Micaias, and Abdias. And Naaman Syrius thou purgest of a leper. Thy works wonderful, who can but magnify? Arise, Jerusalem, and take faith by and by, for the very light that shall save thee is coming. The Son of the Lord appear will evidently. When he shall resort, see there be no joy wanting. He is thy Saviour and thy life everlasting, thy release from sin and thy whole righteousness. Help me in this song to acknowledge his great goodness.
Then, in a tuneful voice, he begins an antiphon, O Radex Jesse, which the chorus follows with instruments.
O fruitful root of Jesse, that shall be set as a sign among people, against the worldly rulers shall fiercely open their mouths, whom the Gentiles worship as their heavenly Lord. Come now, for to deliver us, and delay the time no longer.